This is going to be a quick review of the 16-inch and the 22-inch Knipex Cobras because there's really not a lot online about these just quite yet. So the 16-inch, just to go over a little bit of capacity in the real world, this is a 2.5-inch Schedule 40 Union. The 16-inch Cobras will fit on the small side beautifully, but at max draw capacity they will not fit over a 2.5-inch Union, the big side. Now, the 22-inch Cobras at full jaw capacity will go in maybe 2 clicks. They will fit very nicely on a 2.5-inch Union. So we can see we're making great jaw contact on 3 surfaces, especially if I spent a little more time aligning everything. But why spend the extra money on these if they grip just as well as a pipe wrench? And I think it's worth mentioning these work just the same as the regular smaller Knipex Cobras, where if you get the jaws locked onto something, you just have to pull on this outside handle. You don't have to squeeze to keep these jaws from slipping. You just have to apply constant pressure on the outside handle. But let me go over a real world application. Okay, so just for demonstration purposes here, I've got a 2-inch Schedule 40 pipe nipple in the vise, and I've got the small end of the Union here. Now, I'll get this hand tight. Close enough. Now from here, if I were to use a pipe wrench on this, the ratcheting action on a pipe wrench is not as fast, right? Because there's a little bit of play designed into the jaws in order to vise down on pipe. You almost have to use 2 hands to get these to set on the pipe. Every time you reset, you gotta sort of push down on the handle and pick up on the jaws a little bit in order to get a nice bite on these. And you can do it with one hand, but if I'm in a tight spot, I'd rather be able to do this whole operation with one hand consistently, especially if I've got another pipe wrench in one hand. It gets real awkward real quick. And I'm not saying it's impossible, I'm just saying that these are a lot more convenient. These are easy to operate with one hand. You can see I get a lot of jaw adjustment just with 2 fingers here. So if I set these up, one hand operation. Now if imagine I have another pipe wrench or another pair of Cobras on the other pipe, this becomes a lot easier. Now another thing worth mentioning is these come in handy for other things. I've used these 22 inchers for depressing brake calipers back into the pistons back into the cylinders. And what's nice about that is you can get you depress the piston into the cylinder, it stays in there, but then you run out of adjustment. So you just click the button up once and you sort of ratchet this up as you're depressing the cylinder or the piston into the cylinder. Another nice thing about these Cobras that I don't hear a lot of guys talking about, or it's maybe not mentioned in as much detail, is the quick adjust feature. So if I'm using 2 pipe wrenches for particular fittings and I'm assembling things, so let's say I'm using 3/4 inch unions that I have to tighten up, and then I've got to jump over to 3/4 inch pipe and a 3/4 inch 90-degree elbow. It takes time and 2 hands to adjust these. And you can do it with one hand. It's very possible, but it's not very efficient. The nice thing about the Cobras, and you do need 2 hands, which is sort of a drawback compared to the pipe wrenches. You can do those with one hand. You can adjust with one hand. You generally need 2 hands to adjust the Cobras, but it's fast. Right here, I'm ready for a 2.5-inch Schedule 40 Union. I'm ready for 3/4 inch pipe just like that. Whereas with a pipe wrench, okay, I'm ready for a 2-inch Union. Now I'm ready for 3/4 inch pipe. Now I've got to go back to a 2-inch Union. There. Again, with the Cobras, 3/4 inch, 2.5 inch, 3/4 inch. They're fast. So the fast adjust feature combined with the fast ratcheting one-handed action makes assembling pipes a lot faster. Now if I'm breaking loose, if I have to break loose rusted pipes, I'm grabbing pipe wrenches. I'm grabbing big pipe wrenches. I can put cheater bars easily on pipe wrenches. And another quick advantage here, let me pause the video and I'll set something up for you guys. So this is where pipe wrenches excel. So imagine that this union is assembled to something and I need to remove this union from this 2-inch pipe. Now where pipe wrenches I think are extremely useful, and I think where Cobras generally fall short, is with seized on fittings. So what I'd do in this particular situation, if this fitting had to come off and it was just rusted on there, well, first what I would do is get these pipe wrenches set. And you see how these pipe wrenches are just sitting here? Completely horizontal. They're not falling. That's another advantage. I cannot put, oops, I cannot put a pair of Cobras on. Let's see, maybe if I lock, no, they just fall down. But these pipe wrenches will stay, which makes setup a little bit easier for this particular application. Now what I would do in this situation, if I couldn't just get over here and reef on these, if that wasn't coming loose quite yet, what I would do is put my chest up to this fitting, get this set on here, and I would use 2 arms and my chest to break this loose. Now if I do that with Cobras, well, let's just compare here. This is the back end of this pipe wrench. This is a 2-foot aluminum Milwaukee. That's pretty wide compared to the Cobras. So it's not as painful. I mean, I don't have a lot of padding on me, if you know what I'm saying. So putting this against my sternum is a lot more comfortable than this. And then if I get these set on here, I break this loose. Now I've got to let go with this hand. And see, they slip off and they can cause stuff like that to happen. So what I'll do a lot of times is just break stuff loose with pipe wrenches, then come behind them with Cobras to quick spin them off because they're so much faster. Now there's one more advantage that I can think of, at least for this video, of Knipex Cobras compared to pipe wrenches. Now what we have here is just a 3/4 inch pipe. It's a soft water line that feeds into the strainer to feed this float switch. I just posted a video of me replacing and upgrading some of these parts, but let me just show you guys something real quick. Because of this material on the back side of this jaw, if I had to get on here, I cannot get a bite on this pipe wrench until, try to get it to go, until right here. And as you can see, I run out of throw here pretty quick. I run into this tank, and I can't adjust this pipe wrench any farther this way before the back end, see this gets stuck in there a little bit too, before the back end of this hits this float switch. But Knipex Cobras, he's adjusted roughly. Look at that. I've got throw all the way from this pipe. And I wonder if I get around the other side. Oh, the pipe's just barely in the way, but I almost get another, oh geez, what would that be? 15 degrees at least of throw, plus the fast ratcheting action of the Cobras. They're nice for tight applications. So this initially was going to be a bit of a Knipex plier review, but it turned into a little bit more of a comparison between the Cobras and a standard pipe wrench. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate you viewing the channel here. I've got some Vito Pro Pack bags, tool bag tours on my channel, as well as a couple videos of me just doing some stuff at work. If you want to, go ahead and check the channel out. I just posted a YouTube short about cleaning boots. go ahead and check that out. Again, thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video, or leave a comment down below on how you think I could improve, because I'm just starting this out. So appreciate the feedback. Thanks for watching.